In general, like, the men are not approaching women outside anymore.
What's up with men? I don't know. I wanted to ask you, men don't come up and ask or talk to you anymore.
Men no longer really approach women in public.
It's really weird because I feel like a lot of women want to be approached, or they want to be in a relationship, or they want to date or whatever.
Girls are all going out with their girlfriends. There's not like one date in that.
This is exactly what's happening at bars and clubs because men are no longer falling for it.
In 38 years, I have never seen the dating pool be so bad.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Desktop Drop. Let's dive in.
It's really weird because I feel like a lot of women want to be approached, or they want to be in a relationship, or they want to date or whatever. Do men feel the same? Like, genuinely, do men feel the same way? And I'm just asking, like, out of curiosity, like, is there like a problem where like men feel like women don't want to be like approached?
Many men do want relationships. They've just learned that approaching comes with more risk than reward. Modern dating didn't kill men's desire to love. It made many question whether approaching is worth the risk.
Men don't chase women anymore.
Fuck niggas.
Cause honestly, y'all niggas these days are really
They
some
wanna
bad
be the
bitches.
prize.
Like y'all are the baddest. I can't compete.
Should niggas feel
I don't
like they aren't the prize? Because these women, they be treating niggas like they're the prize. They be out there fighting that 4 or 5 for them.
There are plenty of good women out here. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not gonna lie. I might trip a bitch up about my nigga this week, but you never know how I feel next week.
But
you said,
hey, this week he feel like he the prize now. Like, I'm not fighting nobody. What the fuck I'm fighting?
I'm not gonna fight. I feel like I could put 2 niggas in the ring right now.
You think so?
I'm not gonna come.
I know so.
A man who knows his worth isn't hard to get. He's just careful where he invests it. The chase didn't disappear. It disappeared where the effort wasn't appreciated. Men aren't asking to be the prize. They're asking not to be treated like they're disposable.
This is exactly what's happening at bars and clubs because men are no longer falling for it. They are no longer just throwing their money out at women that do not take them seriously. They are no longer willing to waste their time, effort, and resources. But because of this, women are out here trying to give men a bad rap. Like they're saying, what's wrong with men these days? Now they just want to be treated like a woman at a bar. But that is just not the case because men will absolutely put in just as much effort as they always have into pursuing you. But it takes one thing, and that one thing is that he has to know that you are taking him seriously. Because one of the #1 resources to a man is his time, and he doesn't want you to waste it. And even if it's a short-term thing, like he just doesn't want to leave that relationship and have a messed up head and a messed up heart. Because that man just wants a future with somebody that he can really fall in love with and grow old with. Which is why he already knows with like 95% certainty that him paying for your drink at the bar is not going to bring him closer to that.
What's up with men? I don't know. I wanted to ask you, men don't come up and ask or talk to you anymore. There was this cute guy. He went to the bar at one point, so I was like, oh, let me go to the bar too. So I like saddled up next to him at the bar and kind of like gave like a look. And he looked right at me and then like looked away. I was like, okay, well, never mind. Like I was seeing something that apparently wasn't actually happening. And as we left, one of the other bachelorettes on this trip was like, oh my gosh, that guy kept looking at you. Did you guys talk? I was like, wait, what? You saw it too? I guess I could have said, hi, how are you? I don't know why I didn't. I guess I was like, I made that move. Meet me the other 75% of the way or whatever it is.
It is becoming like that. Like, I think that there's a shift in it. And honestly, women have to take more of the reins in a way. Maybe we should have a man on and ask him what that's like. Why don't they do that?
A dating expert.
Is there a dating expert man that would like to come on this podcast?
I can't remember many times that like I've been approached, and that has been like hard on my self-confidence because I've seen it happen to my friends, specifically like these 2 friends that are like drop dead gorgeous, like fit all the beauty standards, like petite. Obviously, I'm not like harping on them, but I'm always just like, why doesn't that happen to me? Am I like intimidating somehow? Am I putting off like a certain vibe? I like to be like, it's just my height, I guess. And I'm just too broad of shoulders for someone to approach me. But like, I've been approached by women. And so I wonder if it really is, it's almost switching these days. Like, people are just changing.
A glance isn't enough anymore. Modern men aren't mind readers. They're managing risk. The biggest shift in dating, men learn that one wrong approach can cost more than it's worth.
Does anyone else believe that our generation is going to be the most single generation and the most unmarried generation without kids? And I'm not saying this because there's a lack of people wanting it, but I feel like, guys, in our generation, no one commits, no one actually wants to have a meaningful connection, no one wants to have a deep conversation, and trying to find a partner who is normal and even has any morals is so difficult. I genuinely feel like dating apps has just ruined genuine connection. Like, no one hits on each other in person anymore. No one actually goes out to try and meet people. No one actually talks to each other anymore. It's actually really sad.
Everyone says they want a real connection until it requires patience, effort, and accountability. It's not that men don't want commitment. Many don't trust today's dating culture enough to risk it. Modern dating didn't kill love. It made commitment feel riskier than ever.
I saw a statistic the other day, and it basically said there are more single people now in their 20s to 30s than there have ever been. I can't remember what the exact number was, but it was substantial, and I feel like I have seen that. Everywhere I look, my own friends, people in my life in their 30s or nearing 30 and are still single. Amazing people that absolutely should have no problem finding anybody. So I just wonder why that is. I do think to a degree people are more content waiting to find somebody, but definitely not in all cases. Is it that people finally aren't settling? They're not accepting crappy relationships as a lifelong partner? It does make me sad too, though, how many friends and people I know that are, again, amazing and want to find someone and get married, and they just can't. What is happening? What is there just no good men? Men, you need to step up and be better. What is going on? I mean, I do know that that's true. It does seem like there are less good men. Anyways, yeah. What is happening?
Blaming men is easy. Asking why so many have walked away is the harder conversation. Maybe there aren't fewer good men and more good men have simply checked out of modern dating.
In 38 years, I have never seen the dating pool be so bad, and I'm going to give you an analogy that is going to change your life. You know the saying, there are more fish in the sea? We're not dealing with fish in the sea anymore. We're not dealing with healthy fish. We're dealing with basically goldfish in the carnival pond game. And if you've ever played this game and taken home one of these goldfish, guess what? 99% of the times they're going to keel over on you. They're not healthy, and you maybe got a month. Doesn't matter how much you feed them, doesn't matter how much you take care of them, doesn't matter how big the tank is, doesn't matter all the amenities, it doesn't matter because they're a dud. And the same can be said about dating men right now in 2026. I'm not saying forever, and there are a few good ones. Same thing with the carnival games. You might get one that's going to grow massive, that's going to be, I don't know, one of those freaking giant goldfish and live for years and years and years. But 99% of them are going to, croak. So you cannot blame yourself. And I'm not saying this from a way of like every single person doesn't have things that they can work on. Of course you can. But the problem is the opposite gender never has the thought of saying something's wrong with me. Let me seek out help. Let me see what's going on. Let me see what I can learn. Let me see how I can change my circumstances to help in dating. They don't think that way. They just change the woman, not their circumstance. And that, in and of itself, is why women are having so much trouble dating right now. Because the pool is toxic. Okay? It's a toxic little puddle, shallow. It's a spring rain shower puddle. Okay? It's tiny. And it's, you know what? It's not even a puddle. It's the liquid at the bottom of a garbage can. Okay? And the goldfish in there are the ones that you're seeing, like, which one is the best one. They're all bad. And if you're sitting there thinking, well, I'll just grab the best of the worst, sure, you could do that, but they're going to burn you because that bitch is probably radioactive. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope this is helpful. Bye.
If every man looks broken, maybe it's time to question a dating environment. Not every man in it. Good men aren't radioactive. Many just walked away from a dating pool they no longer trust.
What the heck happened to guys chasing girls? No, like seriously. I love asking couples and friends that I come across on how they met their boyfriend, and literally every freaking person just says, oh, on a dating app. What the hell happened? What happened to guys like being so obsessed with a girl that they see? They have an instant connection, and then girls play hard to get, and then the guy does anything in his power to win that girl over. Where the hell are these stories? Like, my dad chased my mom for so long, and literally every single one of my friends, especially the European ones, all of their dads chased their moms. I literally never hear these stories anymore. It's so sad.
Many stop chasing people who expect pursuit but rarely reciprocate. The old chase worked because appreciation followed. Today, many men aren't convinced it will.
I was supposed to go to a singles mixer tonight, and I've been to these kind of single mixers before, and it ends up being like there's like 70% women and 30% men. So honestly, I don't need more female acquaintances in my life. I'm at the point where I want someone to settle down with, and going to those kind of things is not the place to do that, in my opinion. So I reached out to the company and I asked them, like, what's the ratio of men to women? They didn't have an answer for me. So I canceled it. I canceled the ticket. And it's fine because they always sell out, for women at least. And anyway, where I'm getting with this is that I'd rather spend the $20 to do a dance class than to go and be in a room with a bunch of strangers and try to force some sort of connection. So I think that's a good sign that, you know, life should be about doing stuff that makes you happy and doing stuff that, yeah, brings you joy and brings you comfort and makes you feel good inside, you know? That's it. Do more things that make you feel good inside, not things that drain your energy.
If singles events are full of women, the real question is, why are so many men choosing not to show up? When men stop believing the effort is worth the reward, empty seats become the new normal.
This is my meal. I call this girl dinner. Girl dinner. Girl dinner. Girl dinner.
Having dinner with my girl, and I want y'all to just notice something. There's women all eating there. Women, all eating there. And let's not forget right there too, because they're everywhere. Oh my god. I don't normally go out, but when I do, I go out with my girls, and I am seeing something, a trend. Girls are all going out with their girlfriends. There's not like one date in
Why is it that men no longer really approach women in public? Because I feel like back in the 90s, early 2000s, it was so common for men to walk up to women, have a little conversation, you know, friendly back and forth, and maybe ask her out on a date or something. But I don't really see that happening anymore. Like, what's going on? Can you explain it to me? Because I'm kind of at a loss here. Yeah.
Back then, approaching was expected. Today, many men aren't sure it's even welcome. When the risk keeps rising and the reward keeps shrinking, fewer men make the first move. Men still notice women. They just think twice before turning a glance into an approach.
Men do not chase anymore. And you got some men that are brave enough to tell you they're not going to chase. And that just don't sit well with me. So who gonna be doing the chasing? Like you comfortable with telling me you a feminine man? Cause dominance is going to chase. And I don't fault just the men, because why aren't they chasing? It had to been some type of revolution where women evolved to be doing most of the chasing for the men to feel like they don't need to chase. I might be single for the rest of my life because I'm just not designed that way. I'm not designed to chase behind nobody. If it don't come easy to me, I don't want it. And what I mean by easy, I don't mean that there isn't no challenges. I overcome challenges with a partner. But if we keep bumping heads, we don't never see eye to eye, we don't think alike, we don't have the same plans for the future, it's gonna make it hard. So that ain't easy.
A confident man doesn't chase someone who's undecided. He shows interest once, maybe twice. If the energy isn't mutual, he moves on to protect his time and peace.
I just want to talk about the men not approaching women thing. If you are a man and you are watching this, you have to be not afraid to be rejected. That's part of the game. That's part of being a man. You have to be okay with being rejected. You can't be a beta. You can't be a pussy. You have to go up to a woman and be fine if she says no. That's it. And it's not a reflection on you. She's just not into you if she says no. But go up to women.
Rejection isn't the problem. Modern men have handled rejection forever. The problem is the consequences no longer stop at no. Calling men beta won't make them approach. Give them a dating culture that rewards respect instead of punishing it.
I just have to tell you guys what this man said to me. So I was talking to this man. Oh, Duke, are you okay? Sorry, there's Duke. Oh, Coco. Anyways, I was talking to this man about how in general, like, the men are not approaching women outside anymore. And I think we can kind of all come to a consensus on that. Like, that just isn't happening. I'm 28. I've been in and out of the club scene since I was 18. Well, really like 21, 22, whatever. And things have changed. Things are not the same. And I always equated it to COVID, right? I was like, okay, well, COVID just took away like the confidence, that ability to socialize and strike up a conversation with a stranger, or dancing with someone that you don't know at the club, which also I think is related to like phones and wanting to be cool and not wanting to be exposed, whatever. These are the reasons why I think men are no longer approaching women in the clubs. I'm talking to this man, I'm saying this, you know what he tells me? And now I'm like, is this true? He was like, oh no, like the reason why men don't go up to girls anymore is because of the Me Too movement.
When the message becomes, don't approach unless you're sure, many men decide it's safer not to approach at all. It wasn't just Me Too, it was the uncertainty. Respect didn't disappear, confidence did, when the cost of getting it wrong became much higher. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, and stay tuned for the next video.